In 363 AD, in response to the misinformation and misinterpretations running amok about their greatest initiate, the Koinobi priesthood of Egypt released 43 mystery books. 6 contained the Hermetic wisdom attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. 36 predated the Great Flood of Noah, known as the secret doctrine of the ageless wisdom of the Arya, and 1 which contained the most coveted wisdom and jealously guarded teachings of their most prominent initiate, named Jehoshua ben Nazariah, commonly known as Jesus Christ, called the Maggia Jesu Christi. A text which by 325 AD, when Constantine, an unbeliever of Christ, and unbaptized unbeliever at that, called the Council of Nicaea, proved a curse and problem for the newly formed Christian church under its nascent uniformity of beliefs, proving to be a greater controversy than the issue of his ecclesiastical identity as God as the Son, and at the same time God as the Father. The very text written by their own central figure unraveled all their religious beliefs, rendering the newly created Christian priesthood and all its acquired power, doctrines of faith, and influence moot, for the simple fact that in his Maggia Jesu Christi, and backed by the Gospels included in the Holy Bible even, Jehoshua neither calls himself God the Son or the Father, but the Son of Man, that he didn't proclaim himself more divine than others, but defined God as the mind, that his mind is universal, encoded with its own keys, anatomy, and powers, which he called the kingdom of heaven. While you have been led to believe that he never wrote his own gospel, Jehoshua wrote down his teachings, called it the Maggia Jesu Christi, of which there are 3 known copies in the world, in the Vatican vaults, and the Masonic Lodges of Manhattan and Palo Alto, the most exclusive and high-powered of them all. Just about anyone who can pay the fees can join any Masonic Lodge, but not all lodges are created equally, and though they may share the same rites and rituals for 1st to 33rd degrees, as nowadays anything they're exposed to, you can find anywhere books are sold and there is internet. Masonic Lodges are created separately and definitely not equal. In his Maggia Jesu Christi, Jehoshua says, I have recognized that God, the All, is in both the earthly things and in the heavenly things. When the soul had overcome the Trinity, it ascended to the quaternary and took 7 forms. This first form is darkness, and this darkness, we are taught, dissolves in the light of God, a light we access, because God is the mind, in meditation, through a state of self-mesmerism, whereby the first key to unlock the kingdom of heaven is achieved, the unlocking and breaking open of the pineal gland. He described this mental kingdom of heaven, of the mind, as a state and power of the mind he achieved through prayer, starting with Our Father, who art in heaven, the kingdom of heaven, the head region of the body, and God, the mind, or the seat of the Supreme Creator in you. A correspondence of oneness at the heart of the secret doctrine of the ageless wisdom of the pre-Noah people called the Arya, honored in his name, Nas Arya, meaning connection to the Arya, or child of the truth, where from the oneness of the supreme mind or being of God comes as a corollary, or image made in his likeness, all things, including you, a mental power highly coveted, and its methods jealously guarded. The power at the heart of his Maggia Jesu Christi, revealing the basis of his miracles and works, the power of mesmerism. A power denied to you rather than given, for in doing so, the church would give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven and lose all its earthly pomp, glory, and power over you. However, the keys which Jehoshua not only desired to share with everyone throughout his preaching, ministry, and sermons, but are the keys which he encoded into his Lord's Prayer. Part 1. The pagan rites and rituals encoded in the Lord's Prayer. In the Lord's Prayer are hidden the primordial keys to the secret doctrine exposed to only initiates of the most secret of temples, called the ageless wisdom. Keys which gave their initiates the knowledge and power to control the mental universe using only their mind. A power unlocked through mental transmutation, of changing the mental state of anything observed outside of the mind in the material plane from the mental one first, of first changing the mind within to then change or transmute the reality observed without. A power taught equally to all initiates of the secret temples, but mastered in a way they could control their mind, any state of reality they observed outside, and the minds in everyone else around them by very few. A power highly coveted and its methods jealously guarded. The power of mesmerism. The first key to unlocking the mental power of mesmerism is through the mind. Pineal gland activation. The first truth to unravel this key is everything the eyes see is an illusion. Only the mind is real. While untouchable, invisible, and imperceptible by the five human senses, the universe is mental. You live in the mind of the universe as a figment of its imagination. Just like it imagined you, anything you imagine seems real too. The seed of this universe is in you, your mind, and the seed of its imagination is your pineal gland. The key to unlock this seed and break open its powers is attained through a state of self-mesmerism and taking control of your mind by developing the sense of the mind itself. The sense you must begin to develop and master in order to take control of the mental universe and live the life you always wanted is the extrasensory one of the mind. Your imagination. Anything your mind imagines to the universe is true for it, and it makes it real for you. Purely from a state of self-mesmerism, in which you solely imagine what you choose to imagine, you can create any reality and live any possibility you desire. You have done this your whole life and created everything you have lived, albeit unbeknownst to you and perhaps unwittingly. Yet, you know this to be true because deep down inside of you, you have always known or felt that what you think, you live. Whether or not you were in possession of yourself, of your personal highest power, or were possessed by someone else, which is what makes this the secret mental doctrine of the ageless wisdom, because there will always be a power outside of you seeking to dispossess you of not just your power of imagination, but your right to the universe in you and the most intimate relationship you have through your imagination between your mind and the mind of the Supreme Creator in whose mental universe you were born, have lived, and if you choose to die, to be reincarnated, or resurrected, to become the light body. Part 2. The secret doctrine of the ageless wisdom, the mental universe in the mind of God. The secret doctrine. In the next Occult Secrets Revealed, the entirety of the 7 forms taken by the soul of Jehoshua when he ascended to the 4th power of the quaternary, which he called the 7 powers of wrath, will be explored. Terminology coincidentally used by Hermes Trismegistus in his seminal work, the Emerald Tablet, who himself describes the soul as a flower of fire, where stay the 7 lords from the space-time above us, helping and guiding through infinite wisdom, infinite love, make the stairway to heaven fall before us. 7 is he who is Lord of space with the keys of time. Similarities between the Maggia Jesu of Jehoshua and Hermes Trismegistus that show the traces of his initiation in the Egyptian heathen temple of the Koinobi. How one accessed the 7 lords from the space-time above us through instructions given by Jehoshua in his Maggia Jesu Christi. Each of these planets are the 7 lords from the space-time above us, helping and guiding with infinite wisdom. Yet, as Jehoshua writes in his Maggia Jesu Christi, in the other world, the one within you, of your inner being, which is the kingdom of heaven, you become them. In fact, you are them. These 7 lords of the flower of fire of your soul live above in the heavens and within you. The 7th of which is the 7th from the sun and the ruler of your 7th Sahasrara chakra, your crown chakra. God already has a splendid palatial church as his home, your 5-pointed star body. Curious about your true sun and moon signs? Discover the precise NASA-based coordinates of your 13 planets across the 13 signs, which reveal which Mayan joint and Hindu chakras are already powerfully activated in you, and a full numerology breakdown. The revelations of your signs, planets, numbers, and Hindu chakras synthesize one powerful inoculation against all forms of attack, whether psychic, spiritual, and physical, and cures all of one's ills and maladies like lack of love, health, money, joy, happiness, and purpose. Reserve your natal Christos energy Serpent astronomy report now. Like any initiate, arm yourself with knowledge and bind all your spiritual forces to you through a 108 bead mala that incorporates the mystical powers of 108, the pyramid force of 4, like this mala, the Dragon Master Mala, which is perfect for activating the 7th crown chakra and unlocking the superpowers of the pineal gland, the first key needed to unlock the first door to the kingdom of heaven in you. Think you are ready to bloom new the star in you? Join the Occult Secrets Revealed Chakra Activation and Kundalini Journey course for just $4.99 a month, through which you will gain access to the Boat of Jesus, the keys to the kingdom of heaven within, the Chakra Cleansing Master Journey, starting with the 7th Crown Sahasrara White Violet Chakra and first line of the Lord's Prayer, Our Father, who art in heaven, the secret Masonic rites and teachings born from the mouth of Thoth and used by the same Koinobi priesthood of Egypt who initiated Jesus Christ himself. Please visit AdonesianAstrology.com, the official home for Occult Secrets Revealed, and join the website for free to get access to the written content of each video up to a week before they're live on YouTube. However you can help really, really goes a long, long way in helping this one-man production. And until next time, trust and believe that it is okay to be you, the most beautiful you there ever was, there is, and that there ever will be, because you are not a story that can be told twice, and there will never again be a stage for you to perform, but this one, right here, right now. So be you, the most beautiful you.